I had a lovely Valentine's Day weekend spent with Bridget stateside, and we took a trip to the city. And in our usual fashion, we did the trifecta of thrift stores, two Goodwills, and a Salvation Army. And I got these four things you see here, all at one Goodwill store. Didn't find anything at the other two stores, which is good enough. But these will be seen in future videos. I'll start over here. It's a Sharp EL2656G adding machine. My guess for age would be early or mid 90s. We'll find out when I make the main video of this thing, when we take it apart. I don't need another adding machine, although this is, once again, my only large full-size adding machine. The other two large adding machines I had, the EL1197P and the EL1197P3, I actually sold both of them on eBay for a profit, which was nice. So I saw this, figured I would get another full-size adding machine, not because it's an older unit, but you might be able to see this thing is absolutely disgusting. This thing is so gross. Some of the keys don't even want to pop back up when you press them, and some of them are hard to push down. Part of the reason I bought this thing is because of how disgusting it is, and I want to see how well it cleans up. This Sharp adding machines at this time were a light gray color. This one's turned brown. And it's just so dirty and so gross. My guess is it was either used in an industrial environment or a very gross environment, but it's really gross, and I'm interested to see how well it cleans up, give all the plastics and the buttons and everything a good bath, and see how it comes back. I plugged it in the store. It works. The printer, it's a 2-color ribbon printer. The printer moves when I hit the paper advance button, so I bet once this thing's cleaned up, it'll probably work perfectly, although it probably needs a new ribbon. Unfortunately, what I didn't realize before I bought this thing is that this was back when they were using a plastic roll to hold the paper, and it's broken, which you sometimes see on these machines, so that might have changed my decision to buy this had I noticed that ahead of time. So I'll have to make up a paper roll holder. I bet I'll be able to redneck something up using what's left there, but oh well. But otherwise, I bet this thing will work just fine once I clean it up and feed paper through it. So you'll see that in the main video of this thing. I'll probably actually do a cleaning montage so we can have a live before and after shot. So pretty interested to see how that comes out. And that was $8, which, now knowing that the paper bail's broken, at first I thought it was a little too much money. Now I think it's way too much money that they charged for this. Oh well, a fool and their money, as they say. For $1, I got this teeny little 120 volt fan. This thing is so tiny and cute. This looks like something that would run on AAA batteries, but it's actually 120 volt. It's got a full-size shaded pole motor in there. I plugged it in. It spins very slowly, so the motor is going to have to be lubricated. That's something I can also show when I make the full video of this. It's got a little lamp style turn switch, and according to the sticker, it was made in January of 1998 in China. Cool. So I bet this will work perfect once I clean the motor up and lubricate it and everything. And then for $4, I got this Eastern Electric brand, little 6-inch or 9-inch or whatever it is, desk fan. I love these little desk fans. This is probably 80s vintage. Might have been made in Japan, or it might be, oh, it was made in Taiwan. Part of the stickers covered there. Made in Taiwan, 2-speed, and it's missing the knob, but I plugged it in, and I tested it, and the knob turns just fine. It turns really hard. You need pliers. So that might be a standard size shaft that I can get another knob for, or if not, I'll just redneck a knob onto it. Plugged it in, turned it on. The motor barely spins, and it also buzzes loud and is really rattly. So I'm hoping it just needs lubrication, but given how it rattled and buzzed, I'm also worried that maybe the bearings are shot. If that's the case, then this thing is garbage. But we'll see. We'll see when I make the video of this, how well it comes back to life just by cleaning and lubricating the motor. And then the last thing I got, I think I paid $3 for this. Just one of these cheap brand nameless automotive emergency lights. It's got a halogen light, a 4-watt fluorescent lantern, and a very unimpressive warning light with 3 red LEDs that flash on and off. But I bought it because of two things. First of all, it actually has a built-in 12-volt cigarette lighter socket, which I think is really cool. And I'll explain why when I get to the second thing. The second thing is, this thing looks like it takes like a drill style battery, but if you look right here, it says 12-volt corded. This is made to look like a drill battery, but this thing actually takes no batteries at all. Inside this drill battery looking thing, when you take it off, it is just a coiled up cigarette lighter cord. So this doesn't take batteries, it just plugs into a cigarette lighter socket. But I'm thinking I can probably modify this thing with all the space that's inside this thing. I might modify this to run on batteries. Just stick 3 or 6 or 9 18650 cells in there and then make this thing battery powered. And then the 12-volt socket on it, it can be used as a portable 12-volt power source with that cigarette lighter socket running on batteries for light duty stuff. I think that would be really, really cool. So that's why I bought this thing, to convert it to battery and then make it a really cool portable 12-volt power source in addition to the lights that are on it. The halogen light is burned out. It actually takes a bi-pin halogen bulb. The bulb that's in there is rated 12 volts, 15 watts. I might go on Amazon and see if I can get silly and get like a 25-watt bulb or something like that to stick in there just for fun. The fluorescent lantern part of it actually works really well. It starts instantly and it's really bright, so that actually works very nicely. It's a daylight bulb because these are always daylight bulbs. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have had a lot of use. But it works just fine. So, new halogen bulb. I assume I'll be able to find one without too much trouble. And a conversion to batteries. This thing I think would be kind of interesting. But there's the lot. So, videos on this stuff to come. We've got some shaded pole motors to lubricate. We've got a very gungy adding machine to clean up and see if it works. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to dig into all this stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.